You know, high blood pressure can be a really serious health concern. But what if part of the solution was, well, simple, natural, and actually delicious? Today, we're going to dive into the science behind 8 specific fruits that can be a super powerful tool for supporting healthy blood pressure. All right, so here's a quick look at our game plan. We'll start with why this is such a big deal, the pressure problem. Then we'll get to the good stuff, nature's solution. We'll meet the all-star fruits, cover a really critical health warning you need to know about, and then wrap up with some easy, practical tips to make all this a daily habit. So, first things first, let's talk about the pressure problem. Because to really get why these fruits are so amazing, we first have to understand why managing hypertension is just so crucial for our long-term health. You know, the tricky thing about high blood pressure is that for so many people, there are no obvious symptoms. That's exactly why it gets called a silent concern. It's this super common issue that quietly puts a strain on your heart and arteries, day in and day out, often without you even realizing it. Okay, so now that we have a handle on the problem, let's flip the script and talk about a really positive and powerful solution. This is where we get to see how nature itself gives us some pretty tasty answers. And here is the main idea right up front. A balanced diet that's packed with fruit can be one of your best friends in this fight. These foods are loaded with fiber, vitamins, and minerals that aren't just about basic nutrition. They're actually working for you, actively helping your body manage blood pressure. And now for the main event. Let's meet the Blood Pressure All-Stars. We're about to introduce you to the top 8 fruits that science consistently points to for their incredible benefits in this area. Kicking off our list at number 1 is the good old banana. And its superpower? Potassium. It's an absolute potassium powerhouse. A single banana gives you around 375 milligrams of this mineral, which is so important because it helps your body get rid of excess sodium and eases the tension in your blood vessel walls. Coming in at number 2, blueberries. These little guys are packed with powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins. That's what gives them that beautiful deep blue color. But what's really cool is that these compounds help your body produce something called nitric oxide. Think of it like a signal that tells your blood vessels, hey, just chill out a bit, which helps everything flow so much better. Our third all-star is the kiwi, and you just have to look at this number, 133%. A single Sun Gold kiwi can deliver a massive 133% of the daily vitamin C you need. And there's a ton of research that directly links having enough vitamin C with better blood pressure control. Pretty amazing, right? Number 4 is watermelon, and its secret weapon has a fancy name, L-citrulline. It's an amino acid, and your body does something really cool with it. It takes this L-citrulline and turns it into nitric oxide. Yep, that same superstar molecule we just talked about with blueberries. It's this incredible natural chain reaction that helps your blood vessels relax. Up next, we've got grapes. They are full of these beneficial plant compounds called polyphenols. And get this, one really fascinating study found that while Concord grape juice didn't make a huge difference in daytime blood pressure, it actually helped lower nighttime blood pressure, which is a really key factor for your overall heart health. Okay, if you thought bananas were the potassium king, you have got to meet our 6th powerhouse, the avocado. Just look at that number, 975 milligrams. That's how much potassium is crammed into just one avocado. That's more than double what's in a banana. And on top of that, you get a nice dose of vitamin E. Number 7 on our list is the pomegranate. Think of its antioxidants as the ultimate guardians for your circulatory system. They work on a few different levels. They help the super delicate cells that line your blood vessels work better. And they can even help stop plaque from building up and narrowing your arteries over time. And that brings us to our 8th and final fruit, grapefruit. It's a fantastic source of potassium and vitamins, but we have to hit the pause button for a second here. We have to introduce this one with a critical health warning, because this amazing fruit can actually be dangerous for some people. And let's be absolutely crystal clear about this, because this is so important. Grapefruit has compounds in it that can mess with how your body processes certain drugs. It can basically make their effects much, much stronger, sometimes to a dangerous level. This is not something to take lightly. Specifically, we're talking about some common drugs for hypertension, like nifedipine, and also statins for lowering cholesterol like simvastatin and atorvastatin. So the bottom line, the absolute most crucial point here is this. If you take any medication at all, you have to talk to your doctor or your pharmacist before you even think about adding grapefruit to your diet. No exceptions. Okay, with that really important warning out of the way, let's shift gears from what to eat to how to eat it. This part is all about making these healthy choices a totally seamless part of your daily life. And look, this doesn't have to be some huge, complicated thing. You can start really simple. Just add fruit to stuff you already eat, like your morning yogurt or cereal. And don't forget, frozen or canned fruits, as long as there's no added sugar, are just as good for you. Mix them with some nuts for a great snack and try to choose the whole fruit over juice to get all that amazing fiber. So the big question is, how much fruit is actually enough? Let's figure out that final piece of the puzzle and set a clear daily goal based on what the experts recommend. So what does one serving even mean? Let's break it down. For most fruit, whether it's fresh, frozen, or canned, a serving is about 1 cup. But notice the difference for dried fruit. It's just a half cup because it's more concentrated. And while a cup of 100% juice counts, it's always better to limit juice and eat the whole fruit instead.
So what's our target? What should we be aiming for? Well, as you can see, for women, the goal is about 1.5 to 2 cups of fruit every day. For men, it's a little higher, around 2 to 2.5 cups. See, it's a totally simple and achievable goal for most of us.
So we'll leave you with this to chew on. Literally, after seeing all of these delicious and powerful options, what's one simple fruity change you can make to your diet starting today? It might be a whole lot easier and tastier than you think.